Good evening. On a September 26 article written by Robert Knight of the Washington Times, he states, after one Ida, Tennessee school officials decided not to fight the ACLU's demand that they cease an opening prayer before high school football games, the school's cheerleaders tackled the matter. Led by cheerleader Asia Canada, the Oneida Indian squad used the moment of silence before September 12th football game with Watertown to deliver a cheer for God. The announcer called for the moment of silence, and I started off, "Our Father, who art in heaven," and everyone joined in, Miss Canada, the ringleader of the revolt, told WBIR. Further in the article, Mr. Knight references an October 3rd, 2013 letter from the ACLU of Tennessee sent to all school officials in Tennessee, citing a Supreme Court ruling, Lee versus Wiseman, 92, which bars adult-led school prayer in all school locations. Boo. Explaining the ACLU's decision to silence prayers, Ms. Weinberg wrote in Orwellian fashion about, quote, protecting religious freedom of all students, including athletes, and for their families who attend the game. Kaplooey. And at the end of the article, it mentions that Robert Knight is a senior fellow for the American Civil Rights Union, the ACRU. Do you see an underlying rivalry we have going on here? I do. In a rebuttal letter written by Jerome McCollum of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, September 30th, he states the ACLU, along with secularists like me, stand up for the principle that government should not be involved in religious matters, including endorsing, furthering of any religion. If someone wants to temporarily pray without government help, that's fine. But the government shouldn't be leading prayers, nor should they invite clergy to do so. Would Christians in Tennessee, and this is his logic, would Christians in Tennessee or anywhere else want an Islamic clergy giving a prayer from the Quran during a football game? Of course not, and they should not have to tolerate it. Would they want an atheist reciting lines out of the Humanist Manifesto? Of course not, any atheist would want to do the same at such a time and place. More malarkey. Reciting the opening prayer at the moment of silence seems like a good compromise to the people of the school board, but not to the community that they serve. Despite a moral victory on the field, should Tennesseans continue to adhere to ACLU's position on this or fight it? If they don't fight it, what comes next? Arresting cheerleaders for disturbing the public? Could this be the start of the apocalypse? Public prayer is a long-standing tradition in this country, the United States, that represents some 85% of its God-fearing population. For the sake of the 300,000 students attending high schools in Tennessee, I'm hoping that someone takes a stand against it. It only takes one person to start a revolt, and others will join in. After all, aren't some traditions worth fighting for? Thank you for listening, Mr. Toastmaster.